Stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
Welcome to another edition of Zacks Top Stock Picks. I am Brian Bolin, and I am the aggressive growth stock strategist here at Zacks. And let's just jump right into it and give you my pick for the week. And it's Extreme Networks, and the ticker symbol for that is EXTR, Extreme Networks, as you can see here on the page, about $9.34 as I'm filming this video on Monday, March 15th, 2021. It's a Zacks rank number 2, and we know that means earnings estimates are moving up. But one thing that I love to see, because I focus in on growth stocks, I love to see a strong growth score and a weak value score. So a C for value, not necessarily weak, but not necessarily strong either. And an A for growth. So I love seeing good growth. And that tells me I'm on the right path already. So let's go ahead and take a look at why I like this stock here. So the first thing I always do is check the earnings last 4 quarters. And you can see here are the results. We've got a big beat, another beat, and then a miss. And then prior to that, just a wash, kind of an earnings meet. We don't like earnings meets. That's kind of a negative in a way, but the beats, for the most part, we average a 55% positive surprise there, so that's good to see. Let's take a look at the estimates, and this is the reason why the stock is a Zacks rank number 2, because estimates are moving higher. So this quarter moving from 8 cents to 13 cents. Next quarter moving up a penny, 14 to 15. The full year, the fiscal year, ends in June, goes from 40 cents to 52 cents. That's good. And then next year, 54 cents to 70 cents. The window for the Zacks rank here is only 60 days. So I look really from there to the current. And, I know that like in this instance is like, oh, that went down. And that shows up right there in the number of down estimates. But that's not really important. The important thing is what's the trend over the last 60 days, and it's higher, and that's the most important thing. So we're seeing estimates move higher for extreme, not necessarily an extreme way, but they're moving up. So let's take a look at the valuation here. We got 17 times forward earnings, which is right around that market multiple that we always talk about. The last quarter, it wasn't so great. They had a top line contraction of 10%, but we're expecting single-digit top line revenue for this company for this fiscal year. Price to book, awfully big here at 64 times and only 1.3, say, times sales. So price to book, this asset thin sort of business. As you can see, the book value per share is very small. And this is a single dollar stock. So lots to think about here in terms of this one. So there's a little added degree of risk. So let's take a look at the chart. This one, I believe this was in stocks under 10 sometime back. And I want to say it was in this stretch that I held it in that portfolio. Moved up. They did a lot of acquisitions, and I think they bought several networking businesses from some of the other big players. Then, I think there was really that digestion period and then kind of a hangout, a bad earnings here. But ever since then, it's been looking like we're going in the right direction. And I think that the main idea here is, even though that this was a bad number there on the earnings number, the estimates have been moving higher. So this stock looks like it's primed to keep moving this way and back up into double digits, which is something I would love to see. And that's it for me this week on Top Stock Picks. Now I'm going to throw it over to Dan. He's got a wonderful financial play here. I really like this one a lot. So take it away, Dan.
Thanks, Boland. And my top stock pick for the week is going to be Virtue Financial. This company has had a massive tailwind as a cutting-edge market maker with volatility over the last 52 weeks. This business has been able to generate top-line growth of over 110% and bottom-line growth reaching almost 500% growth from the prior year. And this company has been able to really benefit from this volatility that we've seen, that you can see in this stock charts that I'm going to bring up later, that the company spiked when everything else was plummeting in the COVID sell-off at the end of February and the beginning of March of last year. And with this increase in market volume driven by this retail trading revolution, Virtue Financial is poised to continue to benefit off of this growing new cohort of traders. And the company is part of this payment for order flow process, which you probably heard in the news recently, allowing companies like, or trading platforms like Interactive Brokers, Robinhood, which really pioneered this type of trade and technology to allow retail traders like me to enter the markets with virtually no barriers. And Virtue Financial is allowing that process to happen, and they're benefiting off of it hugely with their dark pools of trading that the regular investor is not able to access. And these behind the scenes off the exchange trades are making up roughly 50% of market volume as of late. And Virtue Financial, like I said, is able to profit off of it, being a cutting edge market maker in this new trading environment. So let's dive into the charts, check out the stock, and see where we're headed next. So here's the Virtue Financial chart. The stock started trading roughly 6 years ago in the end of April of 2015. And you can see a pretty strong correlation with the VIX and this stock chart. Here you can see the VIX taking off at the beginning of 2018, correlated here with the VRT stock spiking right after that. And you could have actually benefited post VIX spike in this scenario here. And then again, you can see obviously we had some tampered volatility throughout 2018 and 2019 for the most part. And then all of a sudden we had this massive spike in the volatility index, which has been unable to get below 20, a level that seems to be a support for the last 52 weeks or so. And the VIX has remained, Virtue Financial shares have remained relatively buoyant throughout this. And a lot of this has to do, like I said earlier, with this growing level of retail trading. They say that over 20% of the market volume is driven by this new retail trading cohort, and this is only growing. And this is up from roughly 10% 2018 and 2019. And it's because of this ease of market entry that I was discussing earlier, driven by Robinhood and all of these other online brokerages that have followed suit with commission-free trading, and the idea that you don't need to buy a full share anymore. You can buy partial shares. So anybody and everybody with access and capital is entering the market. And the real catalyst that I have for this buy today is the $1,400 stimulus check that is expected to hit bank accounts in the coming weeks, and has already hit bank accounts this past weekend, as the new stimulus bill got signed by Biden last week. And I think we're going to see another huge slew and wave of capital enter the stock market in the coming weeks. As Gen Zs and millennials put this stimulus money to work, and Virtue Financial, making up 25% of retail trading volume, stands to benefit. And I think we're really in the nascent stage of this retail trading revolution. I think retail traders are going to make up higher and higher percentage of daily volume as we move forward. And with this easy access to the financial markets, there's no questioning why that is. Virtue Financial shares are hitting a 52-week high, making their way up past early 2018 levels, and I think the stock still has further to go. I think analysts are being a little bit too conservative on their estimates, and that is reflected in the stock prices. Underperformance compared to where I feel like the stock should be. My short-term price target right now is $33 a share, and I'm sure that will rise with the company's coming, revenue growth and EPS expansion that is not currently being priced into the stock. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to check out Zacks.com/promo, where you can get a look at Brian Boland's stocks under $10 portfolio. And yeah, look forward to speaking to you guys next time.